Hey there, howdy folks. Thanks for joining us today. We're going to go ahead and work on Blackberry Blossom, or as I call it, Garfield's Blackberry Blossom. That's right. And why do we call it that? Well, I'll give you a little history on this tune. Most of us know this tune was, I guess it was made famous by a guy named Fiddlin' Arthur Smith. Now, look this guy up on YouTube, because I did. I couldn't believe his wrist. I couldn't believe how good it sounded, of course. And if you go back and watch, I think he's also credited with the very first film recorded version of Orange Blossom Special. You can find that on YouTube as well. Now, he named it Garfield's Blackberry Blossom, and I think he did that because he wanted to distinguish it from an earlier version that was written by Sanford Kelly. He was out of Kentucky. And that version bears a striking resemblance to an old West Virginia tune called You Piney Mountain. So I have not heard that tune. So you West Virginia folks, why don't you send that out to me? That'd be great. I'd like to hear that. I know Yusuf, we'd like to hear how things evolve and come out of other kinds of other musical forms. So here we go. We're going to teach you Garfield's Blackberry Blossom. This is in the key of G, and a very quick review. This is all about the G major scale, and a G major scale. Yusuf's going to play it for you on the guitar. Play a G major scale for him, Yusuf.
Sure thing.
Right. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And why is it important? Here's why we're going to review it. Major scale is the most important scale because when it comes to talking about chord construction, song construction, there's only one scale. It's the major scale. Everything else is a derivative, a mode, or some other thing based on that scale. So we're going to talk about the major scale. It has 8 steps. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If you look at a piano, you'll see the formula on the white keys. Very quick review. Every key next to another key is a half step on an instrument. That's a fret, right? So every 2 frets is a whole step. Every 1 fret's a half step. So a formula for the major scale, you hear it, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Whole steps between all of the intervals except the 3rd and the 4th and the 7th and 8th. And those are called leading tones. And why? Show them, Yusuf. Hit up to the 7 and stop there.
Are you ready to go home?
Got to resolve. Okay. So, right. Now I'm going to show you how this song works. First, we'll show you the chords. It's a fiddle tune. Has an A part and a B part. So the chords on the A part, now before I do this, nobody panic. It might move right along, but it's not that hard. And I'm going to call, one other thing I guess I should say is referring to the major scale. When you hear musicians call numbers, when they're calling chords, they're telling you what degree of the scale. And often you hear 1, 4, 5. In this case, I'm going to call the chord names to make it simple. And so all the chords in the A part are going to be G, D, C, G. There's also an A in there. So I'm going to call it slow the first time. Here's the A part, just the chords. G, D, C, G, C, G, A, D. Again, G, D, C, G, C, G, D, G. That's the A part, and it does that twice. Now, the B part's a lot simpler. It's an E minor, mainly, and it goes like this. E minor. Here comes a B7. E minor. And the same turn as the A part. C, G, D, G. So when I say turn, I mean we're turning back to the top. And let's do that B part again from the E minor. Here comes the B7, E minor. Same turn, here we go. Okay, those are the chords. Now I'm going to show you the melody. And Yusuf's going to play the backup chords, and I'm going to show you how the melody goes. We're going to break it down. A good way to think of this melody, again, is it's all on the G major scale. It's going to be an ascending line like this. So the pattern, it's many ways to think of this. You can look at the notation. If you go check out the link at the head of this video, you can see the notation that we're using. And we didn't put it on the screen probably because we'd like you to follow and see and listen and absorb what we're doing. But you can look at the notation at your own time. And the pattern is 1, 2, 3, 1, like this. and the major scale, G, A, B, A. So 1, 2, 3, 1. Then it goes down to the next step of the scale, so it does it again. 1. Next scale does it again. Right? Now, when you listen to versions of this song, this is a good example of a traditional tune. You'll hear people do this. And then they kind of do their own little turnarounds. If you go back and listen to Fiddlin' Arthur Smith, he just kind of went slide and then played. So as we've developed these songs over time, and people like the great Tony Rice and many of our great pickers, David Grisman, etc., we've turned these things into flat picking, so we kind of keep going. So we're going to show you a pattern, how we'd like you to do it, but this is by no means the only way to do it. This is the way Yusuf and I do it, and this is the way we've heard a lot of people up here north of the Columbia and the Pacific Northwest do it. And it goes like this. I'm going to break it apart. Each of the chords has 4 notes. So when we go G, D, C, G. So the G notes are and D, C, G, then C, B, B. Right. Pretty simple. Here's the thing about songs. The first note is the hardest note. After you dig into the first note, all the rest are easy. So don't panic. Don't let it bother you. Because here's the thing. If you learn this song, a lot of bluegrass tunes are easy. So we're going to break it down again, chord-wise. The first A part goes G. First time, again. There's the A part. Right. Now, the B part is all around the E minor. Now it's going to do this. Listen first. It goes. This thing. We're hitting an E, and then a high E, and then we're sliding from the D to the E. It's a very fun thing that we hear guitar players do a lot. Because it gives us that open string we can ring with as a string player, play against. So that's the basic part of this particular B part. It goes boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba, right? And then it's got 2 other riffs that alternates. This is the first one. Boom ba boom ba boom ba, here boom boom ba boom dee dee da dum. So again from the top, boom E minor dee dee da, E minor. Now the second riff is different, or the third one I guess, and that's what you'll hear over and over in Blackberry Blossom. Again from the B part at the top, boom ba boom ba boom ba. Yeah. Now, we're almost halfway through, meaning we're almost done with the first time through the B part. Here, people will do turnaround blues riffs. Tony Rice does like a blues thing. We're going to do this. That's what we decided to do. And you can make your own little riff up if you want. We're going to do it from the top of the B part again. Boom, ba, boom. Top, or top of the B part. And then the last riff is this. Again. Right. Let's play the whole B part both times, and you'll see it's basically the same thing, just a little turn in the middle that changes it. 1, 2, here we go. is. There it is. There's both parts. Okay, now I want to reinforce to you that, again, just pick through the song, take your time and learn it. There's no race. Take your own pace with it. And as you learn these notes, each of the little riffs will start adding up, and pretty soon you'll be able to play the song. Should we play through it a couple times for him?
That sounds good.
All right, let's do a little jam section for you, okay? And what we're going to do is the first time I'll play it all the way through. The second time Yusuf will play it all the way through. Third time you play it all the way through. Fourth time we'll all play it all the way through. We're not going to do any fancy endings. We are just going to play the song. Ready? Not too fast. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, your turn. Here we go. A part again. Here comes the B part. Come on now. Hey, everybody, come on. Nice. Nicely done. They did a good job.
Absolutely.
Keep playing, keep practicing, and whatever you do, keep on picking.